It was a cold winter night in Vermont, and I was home alone, enjoying the rare quiet. The house felt warm, and the glow from the fireplace cast dancing shadows on the walls. I settled into my favorite armchair with a cup of hot cocoa, flipping through channels in search of something to watch. I landed on the news channel, where a breaking news alert caught my attention. The anchor's grave voice detailed the profile of a murderer who had escaped from a nearby prison. He was a tall man with a scruffy beard, wearing a dark jacket and a sinister smile. Unease crept in as I absorbed the news of a dangerous criminal on the loose. I decided to check the locks on my doors and windows to shake off the creeping fear. As I approached the sliding glass doors leading to the backyard, something caught my eye. There, standing motionless in the snow, was a man. He matched the description of the murderer perfectly. My breath hitched as I saw his unsettling smile, aimed directly at me. Panic surged through me, and I grabbed the phone on the table beside me, quickly dialing 911. Trembling, I pressed the phone to my ear, my eyes never leaving the figure outside. He was still there, but now he seemed closer. How had he moved so quickly? As I waited for the operator, I glanced back out the glass doors. What I saw made my blood run cold, and the phone slipped from my grasp, clattering to the floor. There were no footprints in the snow. The man stood impossibly close, yet the pristine white blanket remained undisturbed. My mind raced, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. Was this some kind of hallucination, or was I seeing a ghost? The logical part of my brain tried to dismiss the impossibility, but fear had taken over. I took a step back, eyes locked on the man's chilling smile. He didn't move, but his presence felt suffocating. Desperate for help, I reached down for the phone, but my hands shook too much to hold it steady. I heard the distant voice of the operator asking if I needed assistance, but my focus was entirely on the man outside. Summoning all my courage, I managed to speak, my voice barely above a whisper. "There's a man outside. He's the murderer from the news. Please, send help." The operator tried to calm me, promising that police were on their way, but as the seconds ticked by, they felt like an eternity. I couldn't tear my gaze away from the glass doors, half expecting the man to burst through at any moment. Then, in a moment of sheer terror, I realized something even more horrifying. The reflection in the glass was not of the man standing in the snow, but of something standing right behind me. I spun around, heart pounding, but saw nothing. The room stood empty, save for the flickering shadows from the fireplace. I turned back to the glass doors, and the man was gone. The snow remained untouched, as if he had never been there. Doubt gnawed at me. Had my mind played a cruel trick? The sirens of approaching police cars broke through my thoughts, and relief washed over me. Help had arrived. The police searched the area thoroughly, finding no trace of anyone matching the description. They reassured me that it was probably a combination of the news report and my imagination playing tricks on me. But as I sat there, trying to calm my racing heart, I couldn't shake the feeling that something still watched me, lurking just out of sight. The night dragged on and sleep was impossible. Every creak of the house, every gust of wind against the windows made me jump. The image of the man's smile and the absence of footprints haunted me, a chilling reminder that sometimes, the scariest things are the ones we cannot explain. When morning finally came, the sun rose, casting light over the snow-covered yard. The events of the previous night felt like a bad dream, but the fear was all too real. I knew I would never forget the man in the snow, and I couldn't shake the horrifying realization that he might have been something far worse than a mere murderer.